Most runners are notoriously bad at resting. I used to be bad at it too, until my body forced me to stop running completely. Looking back, there were 3 clear warning signs that I ignored. Running teaches us consistency and discipline. Many of us runners have big goals like running their first marathon or running the next PB. But it seems what many of us runners are dismissing is resting. Running also teaches us to push through the uncomfortable and to go out for training even on a day when we don't feel like it. And that really helps us to achieve those goals. But on the other hand, sometimes it can be a very thin line to putting too much stress on the system. When you ignore the warning signs, your body will eventually make the decision for you. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to me. I put way too much stress on my system, both from my work and then also in my training, until I really had to take a step back and stop completely. So looking back at that experience, I can really see 3 clear signs that my body needed a rest, and I would like to share this with you today. The first sign is that your heart rate is suddenly much higher. So when I would go out for an easy run, I would notice very quickly that my heart rate just is spiking up. Even though this is supposed to be an easy run, my heart rate was at 160 or 170, like at a threshold pace, but actually I was running really slowly. Of course, you will have to look at it not only once. Sometimes, of course, it can just happen that there are some irregularities in your heart rate, or maybe yes, it's just the one time that this one time you're not fully recovered to take on any new training stress. But if you see this happening in a row, if you see that there is a pattern in this, this should really be a clear sign to look at it and to possibly think about recovery a little more than you used to do. The second sign is that you feel exhausted even before you start your run. So maybe mentally your motivation is still there to go out for a run, but physically you feel drained, you don't have any energy. And once again, look here if there is a pattern in this. If you go out multiple times and you feel motivated, but your body just is very exhausted and you feel like you have no energy left for this training, it could not be a discipline issue. It could really just be a recovery problem that you have here. The third sign, and maybe the strongest sign, is when running stops to feel like running. What I mean by this is that you don't even feel motivated to go out for a run. You feel like you have absolutely no energy to, for example, complete this training session. So both mentally and physically, you just feel completely drained. For me, running was something to clear my head, to find joy, and to work towards really big goals. And at some point it just felt like another thing that I had to push through and that I had to do, like an obligation. And I think that's quite a clear sign from your body that something is not right. If something that usually gave you energy is suddenly completely draining your energy, it's quite a warning sign to look at the situation, take a step back and start listening to your body. Taking a break as a runner can feel scary, especially if you're used to being very consistent and disciplined. But sometimes the smartest thing you can do to protect your long-term performance is to actually listen to your body and give it the recovery it needs. And the good news is, running will still be there when you're back, and chances are you will be coming back stronger.